A story we're following, and of course, we're trying to gather more and more information about it here on Live Now from Fox, as Diddy's home in Los Angeles has been raided by Homeland Security. Of course, we're learning more information. I do want to take you back out here before we get out to our Fox 11 team in their coverage, because some of this video is very dramatic, and we don't know a ton of information right now about this here on Live Now from Fox. Of course, breaking news of this, as you can see, potentially law enforcement officials and other officials just outside of a gate, this on a street near the Beverly Hills area. Of course, we're following it very closely on Live Now from Fox. And of course, we were watching this. We didn't know exactly what we were seeing at the time. So this is just a little bit ago, as you can see a crowbar to get through this gate initially as well, the long guns and a multitude of people. As you'll see, they'll zoom out a little bit just to see the amount of force they are using to get inside this home. And of course, the complex in which this home sits is a very expansive one for the American rapper and producer. You can see them checking inside of a vehicle. We don't know exactly what is involved, if Diddy's even there. We don't know a ton of information about this at all, but this was dramatic video coming in of the Los Angeles home there, raided by Homeland Security. Some of those images there on the backs of them. We also saw other images. I want to kind of quickly move to what else we saw as people were led away, potentially in custody. Don't know who these individuals are, if they're related to Diddy in any way.
Those are actually his sons. Two sons were also, his two sons were actually arrested. Man, this is very sad to watch, especially for the sons. So it's like your dad works hard, or you know, all his life, and then you just wake up one day and he's being accused of all these weird, um, weird allegations of sex trafficking and this, and his longtime girlfriend, um, Cassie sues him, and all these people come sue him. Like, it's just bad. But let me listen just a little bit and then I'll give my opinions.
But you can see them, a dramatic video from our Sky Fox team there in Los Angeles as we continue to cover this. And our Fox 11 team is there on the ground right now as we speak. Let's take you out to some of their coverage here as we follow this developing story out of Los Angeles.
And then detain those three people inside. We haven't seen any signs of P. Diddy himself. Again, we're hearing that he is possibly in New York, but several people inside the home that will surely be questioned. Very chaotic scene when all of this happened. Lots of neighbors wondering what's going on, of course, and we'll keep you updated. But it's definitely going to be quite a scene here for the remainder of the day.
Yeah, when you see this number of law enforcement agencies coming together, making this type of raid to such a big, high-profile mansion like this, in a neighborhood like this as well, this is very thought out, methodical, planned out for days. So they base this on a number of information gathering that they've received and evidence or what they're looking for. So clearly, this is not something they do lightly. They really go through the process of making sure that everything is ready before they conduct a raid like this. So yes, this took a lot of planning for all these multiple agencies to come together to actually now conduct a type of raid like this, as you're seeing right now with this street also shut down for the time.
So here are a few things I learned from this, and actually, I think this is what every black man should learn from this Diddy story. Now, obviously, innocent till proven guilty, right? These are just accusations, or until he's in court and then the judge or the jury decide what his fate is, right? I was never there. No one, the people were only the people who were there, and at the time they claim those things happened, they're the only ones who know exactly what happened, and he himself knows, right? But the one thing I can learn from this is that absolute power and money can corrupt, right? So whether it's the people accusing him or even Diddy himself, the money and the power and the fame can corrupt you. Whether it corrupts the people you are with and they sue you because they're going to get the money, or the money and the power actually corrupted Diddy himself, right? So from the outside looking in, I can't choose any side to be like, I would rather be on this side. Whether the victims or whether Diddy himself is being falsely accused, or whether it's true and the victims on the other end. Either way, absolute absolute amount crazy amounts of money and absolute power can actually corrupt, and that's one thing I can learn from it. The second thing I can learn from this is just to keep the right people around you, right? So look at the Cassie situation, right? If Cassie, if you are dating someone and you're close to somebody like Cassie, and then 10 years later she comes out and then accuses you of this thing, because I think Cassie started this whole thing. Yeah, some people say the rumors have been going on, Diddy has been doing this and that, but I believe Cassie started the whole, sparked the whole thing, right? When she tried to sue him and then he settled for, I think, 30 plus $million, right? So watch and mind the people, the company you keep, but also treat the people around you with kindness and gratitude and respect. Now, obviously, maybe Cassie was lying. I was never there, right? Maybe Cassie was lying. And obviously, it doesn't matter how nicely you treat people, they can still turn on you, because it goes back to my first point, because of money, right? You cannot control that. You cannot control. The only thing you can do is control your own destiny and do what you can control. You can't control other people. Be respectful, be nice, be mindful of how you treat people. That's the best you can do. But also, the last thing I believe every man should learn from this experience is, no matter how much power and money you have, everything can come crumbling down on you. Like, they are bigger players than you, right? Like, I don't care. Diddy was close to a billionaire. For anyone who would think that a billionaire would never be touched, would never happen, this would never happen to him. But this just goes to show that you gotta stay humble no matter how rich or powerful you are, because at some point everything can come crumbling down, and history shows that, right? So those are things that I believe every man should learn from this, that money and power, fame, can definitely be the leading, be the reason for your downfall. Because trust me, I am a nobody, right? I don't have as much money as Diddy has. The only reason the feds would kick down my door if I was connected to somebody who's just like this, right? Like, nobody cares about me. So I would probably wish to be like Diddy and have all his money and think that would make me safe, but clearly, and untouchable, but clearly that's not the case. So it doesn't matter how much money and power you have and fame, it can be your downfall. And then treat people with kindness and respect, which, like I said, it doesn't mean the people around you cannot turn on you, right? But also, you have to remember that some of the things you do are going to affect the people around you. Because now, look, Diddy is not in the home, but they are arresting his sons, right? So what you do at the end of the day can affect the people who are not even part of the whole thing, right? So he's not in the home, his sons are in the home, and they're being arrested at the time they're raiding his home. So anything you do can turn back to your family, your friends, and it could affect them. So you just gotta be careful. And like I said, I don't know what he did, and what he didn't do. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But this is just, you can pick a few lessons from this. Comment down below what you guys can learn from this. All right, peace.